Hey guys, this is Nurse Cat. Welcome to my channel. 4 years na po ako dito sa USA. I arrived here in the US May of 2021. Very uncertain situation kasi hindi pa natatapos ang COVID by that time. It's the second wave of COVID. Kasagsagan ng Delta at that time. Pero humupa-hupa na rin ng kaunti. So, since then on, kapag wala akong ginagawa, lagi lang ako nagsusulat ng mga topics, gumagawa ng vlog. From the past months, I stopped uploading vlogs because I'm busy with the work and also trying to develop myself. I feel like I cannot give so much value on what I do as a vlog kung pati ako hindi rin ako mentally, emotionally, and physically settled to create this vlog. So today, we are going to talk about the wins that I had from the past 4 years na nakatira ako dito sa US, and hopefully may matutunan po kayo dito. Number one is, it's a big thing. I learned how to be independent. I learned how to know myself better. From setting up my own apartment nung unang pagdating dito, how to make friends, setting up the bills, knowing how to open a bank accounts, and how to manage your money financially. Napakadaming bagay na dapat mong matutunan and adjustments dito. Compared nga sa nakwento ko na galing ako sa Middle East before, na nung pagdating namin doon as a nurse, everything has been set up, your banks, your housing, kuryente, tubig, everything. All you need to do is to work there. But here you have to set up everything. And of course, be open and always make friends. Kasi at the end of the day, the friends that you will be meeting along the way, the people you will be meeting along the way will help you, and at somehow you can also impact something on their life kapag ikaw din ay matulungin. So, I'm still grateful to the people who helped me when I'm still starting, and moving forward, whenever I hear a friends or someone I know or kahit hindi ko kilala na parating dito, nandun kaming handang tumulong kasi tinulungan din kami ng mga taong nauna sa amin dito. So, maraming independent ka sa lahat ng bagay. Lahat ginugoogle search mo. Wala tayong fixer dito. Walang fixer dito sa US. Kaya, as much as possible, yung mga bagay, kapag nagpa-process pala kayo ng mga papers nyo, kung kaya nyo namang gawin, kung kaya nyo namang i-search online, do it by yourself instead of you paying someone else to do it for you. Just for you to save money and also to learn. And set up your expectation na pagdating mo dito sa US, ikaw lahat ng gagawa. Pati mag-set up ng kuryente mo, ng phone bills mo, ng bank account mo, and everything. Ikaw lahat ang gagawa. So, apart from being independent, number 2 I learned is learn how to set boundaries. Nasa kultura kasi natin ng mga Pilipino, kapag narinig nila na ikaw ay nakatira na sa US, big time na yan, ano na yan, malaki kinikita niyan. Parang nauna pa silang nag-compute ng kikitain mo kaysa sa'yo. Pero hindi nila alam na malaki yung nababawas sa ating mga taxes, malaki yung na tatanggal sa ating mga basic necessities, kagaya ng apartments, ng food, electricity, at lahat-lahat. Because we also spend in dollars. Kaya kung ano yun ang matitira sa'yo, tapos they're also expecting na meron kang maibibigay. Kaya minsan, magugulat ka na lang, maraming mga ngamusta sa'yo online, at mag-post ka lang ng isang picture of wins mo sa buhay, akala nila marami ka ng pera. So, kakamustahin ka. Minsan, kapag wala kang may bigay, sila patong galit. So, I learned how to set boundaries along the way kasi may mga kaibigan ako na humiram sa akin once, binigay mo, twice, binigay mo. Minsan masakit na kasi hindi mo naman pinupulot ng pera dito. Ang pera naman ay pinaghihirapan mo. So, marami tayong mga pagtitiis dito na hindi nare-realize ng iba. And in the same way, we're not really trying to help them. We are enabling them to borrow, which is hindi po maganda na culture ng Pilipino. Kaya medyo I also minimize posting anything online. Yeah, you have to send the boundaries. Also, yung mga iba sa atin na nagpapadala ng pera sa Pilipinas, you have to set boundaries din sa binibigay mo sa pamilya mo sa Pilipinas na hanggang dito lang. So, pag ako ay nagbabudget din dito, mag-budget din kayo dyan. So that they will also learn to value the money that you're earning. Isa pa na ano ko dito, you set the boundaries also not only for your money, the money that you're giving, but also the time. You set boundaries of time with your friends. Set boundaries of time with your work. When I say set boundaries time with your friends, kunwari wala kang off, wala kang ma-pick up na shift, you have to set up boundaries sa kanila kung hanggang kailan ka makakasama sa mga gawain nila. Kasi apart from that, you also have to like clean your apartment and do other things, errands, and also try to develop yourself as you're here. Set boundaries din sa trabaho. Minsan, you pick up a lot of shift that you forget how to take care of yourself. So, yun din yung mga bagay na kailangan mong i-manage. You set boundaries. Set boundaries with the work. Napag-usapan natin na set boundaries work, set boundaries with your friends, and also set boundaries of your spending. Very important. Nakwento ko nga sa previous kong vlog na sa spending dito, mabilis lang bumili ng mga bagay-bagay na gusto mo. Pero, kasi they're all kaskas lang lahat. Credit card. Pero you have to set boundaries on your money spending. Especially if you're here in the US. Kasi konting sakit mo lang, malaki na yung magagastos mo for gamot, for pa-check up. Even nga pag pa-check up lang ng vision mo, and even dental, medyo may kamahalan na. So you have to set up boundaries sa lahat ng expenses mo. So, ano ang ginawa ko from the past 4 years? Every income that is coming to me, everything is accounted for. Pati yung every dollar, everything is accounted for. If you haven't heard about Dave Ramsey, I encourage you guys to listen to him. Okay naman yung baby steps niya. Hindi siya ganun ka-aggressive. Pero kapag nagsisimula ka pa lang dito sa US, maganda yung tinuturo niya. Kasi very uncertain ng economy natin ngayon. At ang pinaka-importanting gawin is talagang maging wise ka sa lahat ng perang dumarating sa'yo. Wise ka rin sa purchases mo. As I mentioned, is it worth it for me to buy a brand new car na kamahal-mahal? Or should I just buy second hand for the first few years na nandito ka? Tsaka, should I automatically buy a house after 2 years or 3 years? Magkano naman naging monthly ko? May mga unforeseen gastos pa kasi dyan. Kaya, kailangan nating mag-aral, lalo na sa mga large purchases natin. Alright? And then, learn how to be independent, learn to set boundaries. And number 3 is learn how to prioritize yourself. When I say learn how to prioritize yourself, you have to establish your primary healthcare doctors, your dentist, your optometrist, kung may mga problema kayo sa mata. Pagka nandito na kayo sa US, okay na yung onboarding nyo, binigyan na kayo ng mga health benefits and everything. As soon as nag-kick in na yung health benefits nyo, mag-set up or mag-establish na kayo ng primary healthcare provider. To females, if you have a primary care provider and gynecologist, mas maganda rin. Or if you have any existing medical issues like siguro diabetic ka or whatnot, establish primary healthcare and then refer to endocrinologist. Because the best, it's a preventative issue, preventative way para malaman mo kung anong numbers mo. Siyempre, you're working in healthcare and sometimes kapag wala tayong nararamdaman, di tayo nagpapa-check up. Maling mindset pala yun. Yung sasakyan nga, pinapa-check mo every 6 months, di ba? Kung nag-oil change ba, kung may sira ba sa preno and everything, yung katawan mo pa kaya. So, kailangan mong i-prioritize yung sarili mo. Nagkaroon ka ng primary doctor. Dapat na laging mag-check up sa'yo. At least once in every year, at least malaman mo kung ano yung A1C mo, yung cholesterol levels mo, and all of those things. At least yung blood pressure mo na monitor mo rin, especially at our age. Kapag umabot ka na ng mga 30s, ganyan. Or kahit nasa 20s ka pa lang, o nandito ka na, kailangan mo mag-set up ng primary health doctor mo to check all your records and also to maximize your benefits from the hospital. Another one, and prioritizing yourself is learn how to develop a healthy habits. Pag nandito sa US, ang daming pagkain dito. I mean, marami kang mabibili sa Costco, maraming pastries, maraming mga meats, proteins. Sometimes they are full of hormones, full of sugars, and full of kung ano-ano pang pack. Kaya first few months or a year, 2 ko dito sa US, talagang lumobo po talaga ako. Lumobo ako in the sense na, siyempre, stress ka sa trabaho pag uwi mo, kain, luto ng pagkain, luto ng sinigang na baboy, luto ng lechon, kung anong kaya mong lutuin na naisip mo, nabibili mo naman sa mga grocery store dito. So you have to prioritize your health, hinahinay sa mga kinakaing matatamis, hinahinay sa mga carbohydrates na kinakain, at saka hinahinay sa fast foods. Hindi naman ako mahilig sa fast foods, pero mahilig talaga magluto. Yun din ang na-realize ko. You have to be conscious on the food and the produce that you are buying. Alright. So, yun lang ang aking ma-share sa inyo. I hope may natutunan kayo sa aking maliit na vlog. And hopefully, I would be able to upload more vlogs in the coming weeks. Salamat po sa pakikinig at pagsusubscribe. This is Nurse Cat. Bye-bye and God bless.